Welcome back. You're still watching New Vision TV News with me, Ruth Naseja. We now take a look at what's making news in business.
In business tonight, the Speaker of Parliament, Rebecca Litwala Kadaga, has directed the Finance Committee to re-examine taxes paid by Uganda Hotel Owners and Operators Association who petitioned her office. Kadaga says that she was also shocked by the many taxes that may kill the hotel industry. We talked to Paul Busharizi on what these taxes are and why they should be revised.
I think she has a point in the sense that tourism needs some sort of needs incentives.
Yes.
For the investors to come in and invest. I just, from the story, maybe she probably said something else. I just couldn't say where the tax relief would come from. But I'm sure if as she's tasked her committee to do, they might find ways. Absolutely.
But is this necessary? Do you think they should do it?
Well, I think, look, you know, look, why should we bother trying to build cars when we have things that are so natural? I mean, you know, somebody comes all the way from God knows where to look at the Murchison Falls and is going to pay you for it. Why are you suffering? Trying to build cars which some other people do better. So she has a point. Let's exploit what we have.
We are just diversifying, really, and trying to.
Yeah, you start climbing from the bottom, not from the top. So we're still going up the tree. The cars can come later.
I hear you. So they should revise this.
Well, they should do something. I don't know how much scope they have to maneuver, but they should do something for the hotel industry.
Also need to find out if it is because of her hotel somewhere.
Of course, she has an interest. She understands what she's talking about.
Absolutely. All right. So Paul says there's need to revise and incentivize the. He says there's need for incentives in the industry, right? There are few right now.
Yeah, there are a few. As I said earlier, the minister has reduced the threshold of investment. So if you invest about $10 million now, you can get some incentives. I don't know the details of them, but I'm sure there's some tax incentives on imports and stuff like that, yeah.
All right. That's pretty good. Thank you, Paul.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Lynn. We now take a look at our Daily Pearl of Africa series. We look at the world's fastest land mammal, the cheetah. Its slender, long-legged body is built for speed. Cheetahs are tan in color with black spots all over their bodies. Let's take a look. You could easily miss seeing cheetahs in national parks, but here at the Uganda Wildlife Education Center, getting closer to them is a guarantee. These cheetahs are now 3.5 months old. At just 7 months, they arrived at Uwek, and Joseph Ogwang hand-raised them.
This is Pian, and that's Upe. Pian is the male, and Upe is the female. These cheetahs are 2 years and 5 months now. Yes, they came in when they were just 7 weeks, and they were weighing 1.6 kilograms by then. So we hand-raised them until this stage where they are. They are currently out of danger, and they are actually the first cheetahs to have been hand-raised and rehabilitated at the Uganda Wildlife Education Center.
Cheetahs are tan in color, covered with black spots all over their bodies. They have deep chests, a small rounded head, black tear-like streaks on the face, long thin legs, and long spotted tails. Their slender, long-legged body built for speed makes them the world's fastest land mammals. They are noted to track their prey to a range of 100 to 300 meters, from which they run as fast as they can to attack. This makes them carnivorous and prey on gazelles and antelopes. The two cheetahs, Pian and Upe as Ogwang calls them, do not run after antelopes since their movements are controlled. Ogwang explains what they feed them with.
These cheetahs mainly feed on beef, but we also supplement once or twice a week with liver because they need certain nutrients which may not be present only in the beef. Yes. They feed once a day, and they usually feed 5 times in a week. But they also do have starvation days, which are usually on Mondays and Fridays. And this is basically to try and depict what happens in the wild, since these animals don't feed on a daily basis.
Cheetahs are in the cat family. Just like cats, they spend most of their time sleeping, or someone could say resting. They are active early in the morning before the sun comes out and late in the evening when it sets. Uganda has a population of about 20 cheetahs. A fully grown cheetah weighs between 85 to 145 pounds. They reach a height of over 30 inches, and it is this height that sets them apart from other cats. Cheetahs are living things, and even though they are very dangerous, Ogwang insists they fall sick and need urgent attention. Different from cheetahs you find in the wild, these other Uwek are trained to interact with people. They can be found at Kidepo Valley National Park. For more Pearl of Africa stories, visit our website, which is newvision.ca.eu/Pearl of Africa. A newspaper, The Sunday Vision, is also another home of adventures. Grab your copy every Sunday for Pearl of Africa stories. We now move on to our special report today. Ugandan business mogul Amiral Kamali, commonly known as Mzee Mukwano, will be buried on Saturday at Kololo Cemetery in Kampala. The 89-year-old man, with a towering legacy and the proprietor of Mukwano Group of Companies. According to a relative, Kamali succumbed to old age-related illnesses at his residence in Kololo on Wednesday. Here is what you didn't know about Mzee Mukwano.
Thousands are expected at Kololo Independence Grounds tomorrow to bid farewell to the man whose description became his name and later business name. The man, known as Mukwano Gwabanji, later shortened as Mukwano, aged 89, breathed his last on Wednesday at his home in Kololo. Mukwano has led an illustrious career of business and philanthropy, according to various comments from people who passed through his hands or who knew him. His business empire stretches to 3.7 trillion shillings, almost a tenth of Uganda's 2019-2020 total budget. Patrick Bitature, the chairman of the Private Sector Foundation of Uganda, says he has known Mukwano for more than 40 years and attributes his breakthrough in business to Mukwano. He says the two met in 1977 after Bitature completed his O-level exams. According to Bitature, Mukwano promised to sponsor him if he performed well in A-level. Mukwano, according to Bitature, kept his word. He gave him £10,000 in cash as tuition to go and study. This took him through a 2-year course at London School of Accountancy. When he returned, he was put in charge of cash collections. It is from his stage that Bitature started building his blogs to success. Who was Mukwano? Born in Gomba in the 1930s to Ali Muhammad Kamali, a pioneer Indian investor who had come to Uganda in 1904, Mukwano led a business life. Uganda's list of the rich and famous would be incomplete without Kamali and his son Ali Khan. In 2018, Mukwano was ranked among the 10 richest Ugandans with a net worth of over $700 million. Others estimate that Mukwano's empire, which now is largely managed by Ali Khan, is over 3.7 trillion. The Mukwano Group has close to 10,000 employees on its payroll and pays over 40 billion in annual taxes. Mukwano's father, Ali Muhammad, after working as a shop assistant in Jinja, shifted to Mbara before settling in Bukandula, Mpigi district, where in partnership with other Asian families dealt in cotton and coffee. Kamali was so popular with the locals that they nicknamed him Mukwano Gwabanji, a friend of many, later shortened to Mukwano. The business took off when the family moved to Fort Portal, where the young Kamali acquired a second-hand truck and began transporting produce for sale
in Kampala. Soon after, he expanded to western Uganda and parts of eastern Congo before moving on to Kampala. In 1976, Mukwano partnered with a prominent businessman from Busia, George Wilson Egesa Njola, who operated Egesa Commercial Agencies, a trading company at Duster Street in Kampala, according to Fred David Egesa, his son. Open quotes. Around 1978, Amin got intelligence that some of the Asians who were expelled had sneaked back into the country. Mukwano and my father were arrested, but it was decided that the Ugandan Asians should be released. Close quotes, he said. Egesa said after Amin's fall, Mukwano bought out his father from the company and acquired full ownership. When the NRM came to power in 1986, Kamali's business boomed due to the scarcity of items such as soap, cooking oil, and plastics. Over the past 30 years, Mukwano Group has expanded into a giant conglomerate with its operations in other East African countries. The group is involved in 6 main areas of business: manufacturing, real estate investments, bulk storage and shipment, cargo clearing and forwarding, agriculture, as well as financial services. The Mukwano Group is building a 5-star hotel in Rwanda.
This Saturday Vision has 12 supplements of Mzee Mukwano. Remember to get yourself a copy. That is all I had for you today. Thank you for watching. Be sure to catch my news updates and other programs here on New Vision TV by visiting our website, which is newvision.co.ug/video. You can also follow us on social media. Facebook is The New Vision, Twitter is @NewVisionWire, Instagram is @NewVisionWire, and our YouTube channel is New Vision TV. Catch up with me on my Twitter handle. I am Ruth the Voice. Before I say goodnight, take a look at this fact file.